DJs BrewTube beer review. Today it is time for yet another gigantic barrel-aged beer to pour down my neck. And from where will we acquire said beer today? We're going to get it from Weyerbacher Brewing Company out of where? Easton, Pennsylvania, US of A. Yay, yay. And what beer do we have from them today? We have a new beer. That's right, it's their Cinnsanity. Now, this is a bourbon barrel-aged English barley wine that has had cinnamon added to it. This bad boy's clocking in at 13.3% ABV and 34 IBUs. Now, this beer is based originally on their Blithering Idiot barley wine, which is their English barley wine. Then when they barrel age that in bourbon barrels, they call it Insanity. Now, when they added the cinnamon, they have Cinnsanity. Isn't that awesome math and kind of wordsmithing there? Well, maybe, maybe not. Anywho, so we already mentioned there's an adjunct in this, cinnamon, and I guess bourbon barrels if you want to count that. Now, they say for hops in this, they use Northern Brewer and a Hallertau. Then they don't talk anything about whatever the malts are in it. And I'm expecting, since this is an English barley wine, they're probably using English ale yeast. Now, as you can see, I dig me some Weyerbacher beers. They make some quality stuff, and it seems I'm always drinking the big stuff. So why not? So it's time to pop the top on this bad boy, get in the glass. Actually, this is a new beer we're going to get into the glass. That's right, and tell you what's up with Cinnsanity. That's a weird name, Cinnsanity, but it is what it is. Boom, gigantic hiss off the top. This beer, at time of recording, a successfully collectible crown, is been in the bottle for 23 days. So it's brandy new. I'm hoping it's not going to be uber boozy. You know, barley wines are all about aging in my book in a lot of ways, but you know what? It has been in a bourbon barrel. I don't know how long they had it in the bourbon barrel, but it's had some time to mature. Anywho, let's see what's up with the appearance. It's a gorgeous garnet color. That's actually a garnet kind of honey color mix, sort of like a fall sunset. We have a solid, super kind of soap sudsy half finger head. When I swirl it, this is 13.3%. That doesn't surprise me a lot. When I swirl it, we got tons and tons of alcohol legs clinging and streaming down the inside of this glass. The head does regenerate nicely. There's a couple active bubbles coming up from the bottom, but not too much. But it's a nice, lovely looking beer, I suppose. You know what? But nice and clear too. I was digressing. Oh, you're not surprised when I break my chain of thought and things like that. But we're going to talk about how it smells. It's got to smell good. That's right. I can smell the cinnamon from here. Hopefully, it's not going to smell like Dentine or mouthwash or something. Let's dive in for the aroma. Man, it smells like apple pie. Wow. There's an appley aroma in the background. Sometimes big, high alcohol beers, especially barley wine types, sometimes will get a sort of appley smell to them. This has that. The cinnamon is really nice. Vanilla, I'm suspecting that's coming from the bourbon. There's a little bit of char, a bit of earthiness in there as well. The cinnamon's large and in charge, but it does not smell artificial. Really, it smells a lot like apple pie, or sometimes if you smell a lot of cinnamon on a well-made pumpkin beer. Smells really nice. Bourbon, cinnamon, vanilla. Maybe a bit of honey, almost like graham crackery in the aroma too. And that's it. It smells really nice. You know what? Let's see if it gives me Cinnsanity. Diving in. Cheers! Wow. That's pretty freaking cool. The cinnamon is more present in the aroma than it is in the taste, but it's really nice. The amount that they have in it. The cinnamon is actually coming from me in the aftertaste. What you get up front, you get a kick of bourbon. You know, this is just bottled, under 30 days ago. So you're going to get that nice kick of bourbon. I'm getting vanilla, some oak coming in, a little bit of barrel char. And then the back end is when I'm getting that, like, sort of cinnamon aftertaste. Let me get another drink of this. There's no alcohol detectable in the taste. I suspect the bourbon barrel aging and adjuncts have masked that. I'm getting warming in the chest, but this does not drink like a 13.3% beer. Very well made. There's a little bit of booze to it, I guess, if I really dig for it, but it's very faint. I'm getting tons of warming in the chest. You expect that with this big of a beer, but a lot of really cool flavors. It's kind of like pie in a glass. Not so much like the crust aspect of apple pie, but more like the filling of the apple pie. Like they've really baked the apples down and they start to liquefy a little bit, and you've got that mixture of cinnamon and vanilla and other spices, and it's almost coming off like there's some allspice in there as well, but they're saying only cinnamon. but I can only surmise that that's coming from interaction with the barrel, the flavors that come from the vanilla, the char, things of that sort. Let me get another taste. This is a really cool beer. Just enough cinnamon, I would say, in that beer. If you don't like cinnamon, you won't like this. It's not huge, like, blasting the cinnamon, like I said. It doesn't come off like dentine gum or cinnamon mouthwash to me or anything like that. But if you don't like cinnamon as a flavor, this beer won't be for you. But if you like cinnamon and you like bourbon and you like English barley wines, well then, which I do, this beer is definitely something that you may enjoy. So, you know what? Really tasty, not mega complex. I mean, like I said, basically we're getting, I guess, about like 4 flavors. We're getting like caramel and malty sweetness. We're getting bourbon, vanilla, like spirit bourbon, vanilla, some oak, and then the cinnamon. Maybe 5 flavors, I guess. But I would say probably, I guess, the vanilla and the bourbon are kind of interchangeable because they're one and the same. They're part and parcel to that flavor package coming from the bourbon and the barrel aging. But really tasty beer, well made. And I was worried because it said cinnamon on it. When people put cinnamon in beer, sometimes they can really go overboard. We've all had shitty pumpkin beers that are like, what the fuck? Did I just pour a cinnamon shaker in my mouth? This is not that. So, anyways, you hear I'm kind of digging it. Let's grade it. At time of recording, this is a brand new beer. Rate Beer has no grade, and it's not even listed on their site at time of recording. Beer Advocate at time of recording has no grade, and it's not even listed on their site. However, people seem to be using Untappd these days, and Rate Beer and Beer Advocate, for whatever, they seem to be falling off by the wayside. Untappd is giving this 3.74 caps, which is, I'd say, into their A level. Really super high A minus are going into the A. Let me get one more taste, and I will pass judgment and give you the DJs BrewTube grade. Really well made. I think in time, this will actually be better cellared. Some of those better, more classic barley wine flavors will come up. It reminds me a lot of Insanity, but it's got that cinnamon kick. Masterfully well hidden. I'm going to go 95, I think. I think this is an A-level beer. Very well made. The cinnamon, they've had a really deft hand with the cinnamon that they put into this beer, and it's gelling really well with the barley wine. Now, my grade comes with the caveat. If you don't like cinnamon, you probably won't like this beer if you don't like that cinnamon flavor. It's not gigantic or super overpowering, but it's definitely present, and if that's not a flavor that jives with your palate, this may not be for you. If you like that and you like bourbon, coming to the party with it, with that malt and caramel awesomeness, hey, this is a beer for you. So, have you had Weyerbacher Brewing Company's Cinnsanity? Did it make you a blithering idiot or, give you some insanity? Like how I segued the other 2 beers in there? Yeah, anyways, probably not. So, let me know what you know, because I like to quid pro quo and the back and forth. Ooh, you know what's also really pretty freaking cool? Is when you think locally, drink locally, and support the craft beer movement. That totally freaking rocks. Ooh, and it is exceedingly awesome when you rate, comment, subscribe, especially if this is your first time with us, and I don't know, get around to smashing that like button, because that, along with definitely only 1 bottle of Cinnsanity, that's all you need at 13.3%. Ah, yes, that will put my beer drinking happy face on. So to the next DJs BrewTube, I got nothing but a huge bunch of Cinnsanity drinking love for you, and you know what's coming. Are you ready for it? I think you are. I got it for you. Big.